So I got a scary Franken-sky to share with you before I go into the labor camp today for a 1 to 7 shift on the 17th. I mean on the 7th, 1/7, January 7th, originally 11/7. Look at the temperature right now, 29. Okay, I don't know if you can, I hope you can see that on my this digital screen here. Well, I should clean that off, huh? 11:43, excuse me, 12:43. I gotta be in at 1. Fuel range at 203. Crow. So I got a scary Frankenstein sky to share with you. I saw, just as I was pulling in, I was deciding whether or not to make a video about this or not today, because, man, it's aggravating, showing this over and over and over again, and every week posting Dane Wigginton's weekly broadcast, and I just posted his presentation from I think it was in October, and just nothing changes. It just keeps getting more intense, the spraying, the aerosol dispersions, and it's just you feel it makes you feel, it's crazy making, you know what I mean? And it's like, but so I wanted to share this bumper sticker with you, which seemed to be a response, or telling me, I took this as a nod to do the video. It was an inspirational quote on the back of this bumper sticker, and it was for me at that moment, no question. Just like these synchronicities, that happen on the cash register and in your life, they're for you. They're little, winks, God winks, whoever's behind this, whatever name you want, the one, why wouldn't it be communicating or seeking to communicate with you? So the bumper sticker quote it wasn't a quote, it was saying, it was that today's mighty oak is just yesterday's nut. So am I yesterday's nut, and the mighty oak coming up down the line, my sense is that that's inevitable, that all the, nuts right now are going to be a mighty oaks down the line. This is what's going on right now collectively. We gotta, oh look, it's Bob. There's Bob on his bike. So let's ready. Hold. If you're queasy, you might not want to see this because it's scary. Franken-sky. So there's El Sol. This is all solar radiation management spray in the sky here. And there's not a bit of natural cloud cover in the sky. That's all aerosol dispersions from aircraft for solar radiation management and geoengineering, and probably chemical ice nucleation involved to get the temperature down where it is today at 30 degrees. I mean, it's nutty. It's utterly nutty, to say the least. This is one of my colleagues gathering the carts there in the lot. So where I'm facing right now, this is in Saugus on Route 1. We're just downwind from Boston here on Route 1. Boston is where I'm facing right now, where the airport is. You'll notice all of these dispersions are all in the sun's path in this westerly facing direction here. You'll notice over here there's almost nothing. There is some light wispy spray. There is all over here. Look at all, this is all, they've blanketed the sky in this. This is all about controlling the perception of the public in this densely populated northeastern corridor of the United States, and also poisoning us deliberately. Hannibal Lecters in high places who have no trouble spraying metal particulates in the sky daily that we all end up breathing in. And all of these autoimmune conditions on the incredible ascent. All the respiratory issues, all of the autoimmune conditions, all of the neurocognitive disorders like the huge spike in Alzheimer's, autism, dementia. Alzheimer's linked directly by peer-reviewed studies to aluminum. And that's the main ingredient in these geoengineering aerosol dispersions, in addition to barium, strontium, lead, manganese, all toxic, all poisonous. Criminal government, criminal military industrial establishment. It's crime is the only thing that pays. Money, finance, banking, it's crime-based, it's usury, it's credit-based. We have a government that every year, and we got tax day will be upon us as soon as you know it, right around the corner, April 15th of April Fool's month of Aphrodite. April's from Aphrodite, of aphrodisiacs, the Greek version of Hathor in Egyptian, which is another name for Isis, the goddess. Easter in April, oyster of Taurus, of the bull, god of the Bible, of the torso, of the back of the brain, cerebellum, the bull, Lord, in the back, and the throat. This is all the language centers of an Angus. That's why you have a vocabulary, bullary. That's why you have an ambulance, and you amble, you walk. The bull, horns, A, Aleph. The A is the ox from Phoenician. The Aleph of the heir of Bel Air, the Fresh Prince of Bel Air, and Air Jordan, Mike L. Jordan, the bull god of Phoenicia, of phonetics. The Hebrew god is the bull god. And secretly, these, in the inner circle of all of the religions, are the same people secretly at the center of all the governments and the corporations, or the corporations. It's the same powers that believe they be. They believe they are the powers of the world. They are not the real powers, and they need you to believe in them as the powers as well, instead of you believing in you and in what's inside of you and your brothers and sisters and your direct experience and your direct life. They need you believing in them, that they're some kind of untouchable power that you can do nothing about. That's what they need you believing. That's why the gang signs are all the heck over the place, overtly and covertly. The power symbol of their pyramid scheme. They want you believing that they're associated with this Eye of Horus, with the sun, with God. In God we trust. And they want you rolling over and obeying orders, and being an order follower, being obedient, being a servant, a customer servant. That's part of the slave class. They give you a tiny cut and expect you to be happy with that. And they entertain you up the wazoo, mass entertainment, mass media. As George Carlin says, they got you by the balls. You have no rights. You have owners. They own you. This Federal Reserve cabal. This is not part of the federal government. They put that there when they passed this legislation in 1913, after secretly writing it at Jekyll Island in 1910. See the creature from Jekyll Island. They put federal in there, the word federal of Ra'el, to make you think that they're part of your public, we the people, public, Republic, Sun People government, when they're not. They own the Sun People government. And they worship the owl. Here's the owl symbol of El. The beak in the mid-L there, and the two eyes, and then the suggestion of the back of the owl here with this oval L shape here. George from Gaia, Mother Earth as the goddess, married to Uranus, the sun, or Isis married to Ra, or Horus, or Aries, or Pisces, P-Isis, and Aries, Horus, or Aqua Osiris and P-Isis and Aries, Horus. The fact of the matter is, these people are not untouchable. They're just people. This is the Wizard of Oz in real time that we're facing collectively. The Wizard of Oz by Frank Baum, the novel, the wizard is a symbol of the President of the United States, the charlatan. You'll remember the Wizard of Oz character in the movie was the charlatan Marvel at the beginning, who mentions the in the temples of Isis and Osiris. You better close your eyes for a moment to be better in tune with the infinite, he says to Dorothy, or the Thea door, or the door of God, of the Wizard of Oz. See the Stargate of Oz, which is all about the phonetic of Ra and Mithras and Buddha and Allah, and on with the phonetic associated with God. This that which goes up, ascension, rising, the sun rising, to save us from the sin or the sine wave of nighttime, the sin of Eve, of Libra, or liver, the one who lives. You would not live if the sun did not set, if there wasn't the nighttime of the darkness to balance out the equation of the equator, of equilibrium, of Libra Om. So you could look at this age that we're in as this, maybe this is the dark age sign of the sine wave that holds in place the golden good age, that this is a necessary scenario here. But that's no reason to continue to lay over and be passive and ignorant and just accept and follow along with the rest of the herd on the planetary plantation. No. We got to rise out of this darkness, out of this impoverished age of psychic and spiritual impoverishment. And you got to do it yourself. As Jupiter Zeus, Krishna, Jesus Christ says in the Gospel of Thomas, left out of the canon of the New Testament, the sayings of Jesus, he says, if you bring forth what is within you, what you bring forth will save you. If you do not bring forth what is within you, what you do not bring forth will destroy you. Meaning if you manifest your latent, dormant potential within, your potency of El, within your life, within yourself, if you bring that forth and you live that, and you speak it and you think it and you breathe it, you will save yourself. If you do not, that dormancy, that power within will fester and it will turn into a dis-ease. You will have lack of ease and it will destroy you, de-story you. It's probably time for me to get in there now. Hare Krishna, aloha, hallelujah, namaste. Geoengineeringwatch.org. Let us transcend this idolatry, this Monday, lunacy. Let us end this trance. May Christ return to earth.